Hello everyone, myself Sneha Shah from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Today I am going to explain you the topic curve fitting from the unit of curve fitting by the numerical method from the subject of probability and statistics. Up to last session I had explained you the basic probabilities concept. Now from this session I will explain you curve fitting. So starting with this topic, curve fitting. First of all, what is curve fitting? The general problem of finding equations of approximating curves that fit given sets of data is called as curve fitting. Now, if I am explaining the curve fitting concept, first of all, what is curve fitting? Suppose if I am doing some experiment, the output may be written in the form of some plot. Suppose if I am representing the plot like this. Okay, so if I am taking the approximate value of this, or if I am putting this data in a particular curve, then it will fit this, then it will fit in the form of line, right? So this diagram we consider as a scatter diagram, and this line will be considered as this scatter diagram will be fitted in the form of line. So as you know that the equation of line will be y equals to mx plus c if I am representing this as a x and this as a y, right? Now instead of this, if I am representing the constants as a and b, then this will be representing as y equals to a plus bx, right? We can also represent this in this format. Now if I am taking this equation, then it will consider as it's the equation of line. Okay. So if I am representing it in the form of line, so we can say that the curve will be fitted in the form of line. So similarly, we will fitting the different curves in the different standard form. Like if we are representing it in the form of line, or we can also represent it in the form of parabola. Likewise, we can represent it in the different standard curves. In the practice, the following type of equations is often suggested from the scatter diagram. So, which are the equations? The first type of curve is a straight line. In this, y equals to a plus bx. In this, we have considered x as the independent variable. And if I am writing x equals to a plus by, so x will consider as dependent variable. Now the second type of curve may be a parabola or a quadratic curve. It will representing as y equals to a plus bx plus cx square. Now we will representing this one by one. So starting with the first term, the least square line. It means if we are representing the curve in the form of line, then what will be the process? It means if we will putting the scatter diagram in the form of line, then it will representing as the least square line approximating the set of points x1, y1, x2, y2 up to xn, yn. Has the equation y equals to a plus bx, as I have told you, right? Now here the values of a and b are considered as constant, and it will be determined by solving the equation summation y is equals to n into a plus b summation x, and the second normal equation is summation xy equals to a summation x plus b summation x square. These two equations are considered as normal equation of this least square line. Now we are using these two equations to solve the example, and from that we will find the values of a and b, and we will putting this value of a and b in these equations to get the final equation of line as y equals to a plus bx. So to understand this, we will solving some example. The first example is fit the least square line to the data of the below table. The table is given to you in the form of x and y's value using x as independent variable and x as the dependent variable. Now suppose if I am writing as x as the independent random variable, then it will representing as y equals to a plus bx. And if I am representing x as the dependent variable, then it will representing as x equals to a plus by. Okay, so for this too, the normal equations will be different. So the values of constants A and B will be different. And from that, we're deriving the different equations at the output set. Okay, so starting with this, we're taking x and y in the column table. Then we're finding the value of x square, then we're finding the value of xy, and then we're finding the value of y square. So what will be the value of x square? X equals to 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, right? So 1 square will be 1, 3 square equals to 9. Likewise, we're finding all the other values. Similarly, we're finding the value of y square as 1 square equals to 1, 2 square equals to 4. Likewise, we're finding all the other terms. Now, if I am taking summation of all these terms, so it will representing as summation of y square and its value will be 2, 5, 6. Similarly, if I am finding the summation of all the terms of x square, so it will give you the term as summation x square equals to 524. If I am finding sum of all the values of x, so it will representing as summation x equals to 56. And similarly, if I am finding value of y as summation of y equals to 40. Okay, now if I am multiplying x and y, then it will give you the term as x, y. So the term will be 1 into 1, 1, 3 into 2 means 6. Likewise, we are finding all the other terms. From that, if I am finding the summation of all these terms, so it will gives you the term as summation x, y, and answer of it equals to 364. Now we are using this. Now we will use all these values in the normal equations to find out values of constants a and b. So the next term is, if we are taking x as the independent variable, then the equation will be y equals to a plus bx. Now if I am finding the normal equation, the first normal equation is summation y equals to n into a plus b into summation x, right? Here the value of n equals to 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11 and 14, right? So total number of terms will be 8. So from this we can say that the value of n equals to 8. So the equation will be like this: 40 equals to 8a plus 56b. Because the value of summation y equals to 40 and the value of summation x equals to 56. So if we put in that value over here, so the final term will be 40 equals to 8a plus 56b. So this one is equation number 1. Now we are using the second normal equation as summation xy equals to a summation x plus b summation x square. Okay. Now what is the value of summation xy? Its value will be 364. Similarly, value of summation x equals to 56 and the value of summation x square equals to 524. So the final equation equals to 364 equals to 56a plus 524b. So from this we will finding the value of a in the form of a. So the term will be 364 divided by 7, because if I am dividing this equation with the help of 7, so it will gives you the term as 8a, right? And from equation number 1 we can say that 8a, here also the term will be 8a. So 8a will be cancelled out, so it will give you the answer of b. So by solving these two equations, equation number 1 and 2, we can find out the value of a equals to 6 by 11 equals to 0.545 and the value of b equals to 7 by 11 as 0.636. Okay. Now we are putting the value of a and b in this equation, so the final answer equals to y equals to 0.545 plus 0.636x. So this one is the final equation when we are considering x as the independent variable. Now we are taking the second case as x as the dependent variable. So if I am taking x as the dependent variable, then the equation will be x equals to a plus by. Now if I am finding the normal equation, the first normal equation is summation x equals to n into a plus b summation y. Okay. Now what is the value of summation x? From the table, summation x equals to 56, summation y equals to 40 and number of terms equals to 8. Okay, so if I am putting all these values, so the equation will be 56 equals to 8a plus 40b. This one is equation number 1. Now we are taking the second normal equation as summation x into y is equals to a summation y plus b summation y square. Now if I am putting the value of summation xy as 364, summation y is equals to 40 and summation y square equals to 256. So the equation will be 364 equals to 40a plus 256b. Now if I am simplifying this from equation 1, we can say that 8a. So to derive 8a over here, we will dividing the whole equation by 5. So the term will be 364 by 5 is equals to 8a plus 256 divided by 5 into b. So this one is equation number 1. So if I am solving equation number 1 and equation number 2, so it will give you the constant value as a equals to minus 0.5 and b equals to 1.5. Now if I am putting the value of a and b in this equation, so the final term will be x equals to minus 0.5 plus 1.5 y. So this way we can derive the equation of line when we're considering x as the independent variable or when x as the dependent variable. In the next session, I will explain you the least square parabola and then we'll solving the example based on that. Thank you so much.